something's happening. You hear voices. Yeah, looks like.
There really isn't much going on. There's one girl on the loudspeaker and another one on the megaphone.
That's how we move forward.
Where?
Something that occurred to me.
So we got these guys down here
The metaphor
looking.
of reparations.
Then we've got more cars and more police down there the next block down. And we have Toddy, I think it sounds like Toddy. Wait a minute, I've got sound still. Bear with me.
Person down there?
Ah.
He's an old man, so if you want to go get him.
Oh, right on, thank you. So, apparently, I don't know, it sounds like we might be having a megaphone fight over something. I'm not sure yet.
We got slave catchers out. We got slave catchers out. We got agitators 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 out. 6 feet, isn't that what you said? But you're a white man, so you don't even respect my 6 feet, right? I'm a Native woman, and I don't get 6 feet. I'm a Native woman, so I don't get 6 feet, right? Right? That's how that works. White men get all the rights and privileges. That's what happens here. That is what happens here. No, yeah, SPD is not gonna put their lights on. They trying to, like, right? It's like a 2-year-old. I can't see you. You're right. I can't see you. Your lights are off. I don't know you're there. I don't know you're there because your lights are off. Like, right? Right? You are in a lane of traffic, SPD. You are required to turn at least your running lights on. You are literally in a lane of traffic without your lights on. People think you're maybe in part. Are you obstructing traffic? What First Amendment right are you expressing? That blue lives matter? Because that's not a race, that's not a person. That's an occupation. We never said police don't matter. We never said that. We said abolish the police. Turn on your headlight. Well, I mean, when we say fuck the police, we mean fuck the shit you fucking do. Turn on your headlight. Is there? Can we get
Okay, so it's not Toddy, not Toddy. I thought it was, but it's not her.
Illegally obstructing traffic. What did you do to car brigade?
I do not know what this person's saying.
Is that what happened? Did you break car brigade's windows and drag the drivers out? Yeah, through the driver's window. Isn't that what happened? That's what happened. It would be a shame if a citizen's arrest happened that way for you, since that's what you're doing. But you're above the law. You got qualified immunity, right? Cops can do whatever the fuck they want, right? Isn't that what we're saying by condoning this behavior? Isn't that what y'all are saying by sitting in your homes, sleeping? Did you know that really what they're saying by putting a curfew in Louisville and that Walls Got Justice is that you are not safe wherever you go, but they are safe from us. problem? Do we think this is isolated? Are these questions that you are prepared to answer? Or will you just say, fuck you, and walk by when you see protesters and say that we need to do your job for free? And that is come up with solutions. Isn't that what our tax money was supposed to go to all these centuries? Weren't you supposed to come up with solutions? You had centuries. You had centuries to dismantle the indoctrination that's in there. Instead, you put more in. They've been planning this for decades because reform is what they preached at the end of the 60s and 70s. Reform is what they fed. Reform is what they choked down your throats. And that is what you thought happened. But guess what? A black woman died and was murdered in her home.
So, I mean, she is kind of on a speaker and microphone, so, you know, her voice is amplified.
20 minutes! 20 minutes!
I don't know where this cop is over here like this, though. Now, they also have several down here.
To treat her like a human being. So all of y'all who were protesting CHOP and trying to say that CHOP was the reason why those poor
Bear with, we got a group down here just marching in.
murdered and died. That's not what happened. They don't care anyway. Wolf got justice before Breonna Taylor did. Wolf. Wolf. Y'all want to say that there have been riots in Seattle, and I'm telling you there have not been. There have been protests, and they've been freaking peaceful. They have been so peaceful. We have been asking...
So there's a bunch of them over here, but a whole group of them just marched in over here. We've got all their lights on. Okay, that's our group. So the police are just following behind. So we had four cars following. And our group is going into the park. They're turning around.
Turn it up around, bitch. Daddy's home.
They want to see us become peacemen.
They actually thought that I would turn off that emote only, huh? without a mod in here. All right, so of course, bear in mind our folks are, and so they're into the park now.
What happens here in the state of Washington? State nation words. We have people complicit with this. Let everybody know that they're complicit.
Okay, so
You don't know what you're clinching on sometimes. Because all of them talk to each other.
now the cops have like just turned around and and disappeared. Of course, I guess you know how it is when you put eyes on them. They don't like to be seen. They're like what is it? Cockroaches. Yeah, there we go. Cockroaches. Okay. So I see them. They're down there. They're looping around East Precinct. Wherever this amazing speaker got their amp and loudspeaker from, we need to find it out because this is amazing. They're over there on that corner, and I can hear them perfectly clearly right now. So, and that's like an entire soccer field, diagonal. It's amazing. Okay, the group is moving again. Somebody's actually playing soccer in the middle of the night. Oh, Seattle.
We see you around the corner. I want receipts for this. So that for 10 time, I want to know, let's get badge numbers. I want badge numbers of the officers in the squad car, 10 time. What are they doing? What is that receipt for that patrol? I want to know. If you don't want to tell on them.
Okay, and they have finally been mocked into leaving.
Oh, we gotta hide down 11? I know you can hear me on 11.
Yes.
So let's, come on, I can hear you. I know you're still
There's
there. I still asked you.
still some down here
What are your
past the light.
squad car on 11? I want to look up and request a receipt for that operation that you're doing. Because clearly there's something going on, right? Because you're out patrolling the community.
Patrolling?
And
What?
protesters asking for human rights and human needs to be fulfilled.
Patrolling?
Are out in the
What?
streets.
No.
Oh, are they coming behind? They want to see the princess wave, you guys. Come on, come on. We know you're coming.
Our protester is thoroughly
Maybe
mocking
we'll
them.
get a chant for you. We'll get a chant for you. A-C-A-B. 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 A-C-A-B.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, he didn't want to come down the kite anymore? Oh, what a shame. We're so disappointed. So disappointed. 712. Somebody write that down. Yeah. Oh, 7712, you guys. Badge number 7712. Secret operation. Stock protesters. Stock protesters.
It'll get loud. Turn it down if you need to.
So, we were at the fact that the slave catchers are out and about. Capitol Hill, the slave catchers are out and about. That was a beautiful term that was brought to my attention earlier today, and we are calling it like we see it. Slave catchers. They want to catch the people because it's illegal to be self-sustainable. So if it's illegal to be self-sustainable, we're all slaves to this system. We are all slaves to the system because it's illegal to go and say, fuck the system, I'm gonna go into the woods and
Yeah, this
just
isn't.
sit there by myself.
This is not just a
they
plain
would
old
commit
megaphone,
genocide
y'all.
and come kill you in the woods because then you aren't part of their system.
This is a powered
They
amp
like to
and
live in
loudspeaker.
gluttony and luxury, and that requires a lot of slaves. That's what privilege is. Gluttony. They want gluttony and luxury, and that requires slaves to do it. That's why they want to keep y'all in the system of slavery. Whether it's in a prison, whether it's in the institution of the education that is now whitewashed, whether it is now a 9 to 5 working for the government somehow, some way, shape, or form, because they have made everything privatized. Everything is privatized now, including the prison system. There are no labor laws anymore. Not really. Children can enter the slave system at the age of 8. 8. We are caging children instead of holding the systems and parents accountable. And when I say parents, I mean the white, racist, I mean the mothers who are beguiled by colored men and then raise their children to hate themselves because they want to uphold white supremacy. And the fact of the matter is that Nazis doesn't know any color anymore because Nazis consider them for upholding white supremacy.
I do not see any police presence up here. Our group is up here.
Because they're doing it under the United States of America flag. They are doing it under the flag that's supposed to represent the American dream and equity for all, and it represents white supremacy right now. If that upsets you, you probably need to do some more homework. If you do not understand how that is
They're moving.
working. There are several people who don't understand what it means to fly a flag upside down. And that means we're a nation of distress. That means that the flag
Oh, the
is
amps
supposed to represent
are right down there in the middle of the road.
That's what flying a flag
That's
upside
right,
down means.
right over there.
And if you look at Article 4 about flag etiquette, you will see that Blue Lives Matter flags are actually illegal. Yes, they are. Because it is not proper making it about an occupation that is for slave catchers is taking it and making it something else. On top of that, this was all brought up by desensitization because they started selling flag paraphernalia everywhere. There's bathing suits. None of that is supposed to be.
Well, you know, BIPOC needs some peace and quiet too, you know. They need to be able to go to bed at night and not worry that they're going to get, you know, killed in the middle of the night from cops attacking a soft target. I'm pretty sure that BIPOC would love to be able to walk into a store and not be considered a thief right off the bat.
No racist! No police! No justice! No peace! No racist! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Well, because there are additional considerations. You know, you have black, you have indigenous, and then you have people of color. Okay, there's one. The Pacific Northwest does not have a lot of black people. This is true. And you're going to see more white people leading or organizing these styles of marches. The thing is, though, is that, honest to God, if you stop and think about it for a minute, why should black people have to fight for their rights to live? Huh? Or even, why should black people have to fight for rights that white people just naturally have? Simply by existing as a white person, you have privileges conferred upon you. And it wasn't black people that took away those privileges from themselves. It was white people. White people took them away, and white people should be the ones who are getting off of their asses and fighting for them to get their rights, you know, to get to the point to where a black person can walk in the store and, you know, they aren't automatically looked at with suspicion, you know? Where when a group or a study does statistics, it isn't based on a racist framework.
No police, right? I really want to know why they're harassing us. The police down the street, they want to harass us all the time, at any time, right? Keep their fans up so they know what the fuck we have. Brother, we gonna do it for one time and one time only. If you don't keep them up, then I know you ain't.
But you can think that.
Keep them up and don't let them.
And you can pretend that you don't.
Hey, when they come,
If you're a person of color, you can pretend that you don't.
that one picture,
But you know that look.
No police, that's the same movement.
You know that look that you get. You know the look I'm talking about.
No justice, no police. Ain't no peace around here unless all lives matter.
Well, you know, you don't have to be here.
Black lives matter first.
I mean,
Y'all
you know,
that shit, right?
It's
Y'all
totally
know
up
that
to you.
shit, right?
You're welcome to leave. I have not locked you in
Keep
here.
their things up until they fucking recognize.
You 100% do not have to be here.
We gonna keep it up.
The only reason you are here is because you are being entertained. And honestly, if you're here for entertainment, you're not here for the right reason. And, you know,
Is that the same squad car that has like 75122? We need the other badge number, and so we can get those receipts. Oh, it's a different car? So we're gonna need both badge numbers. For those.
I mean, but seriously, if you're not willing to learn, if you're not willing to listen, if you're not willing to hear the message that's being spoken,
How about we just, do you want to,
you know, if you don't want to ask questions
dodgeball game in the street?
to learn, there you go.
Oh, look at him. He's answering my question. Thank you.
He answered. He pulled out his speaker and answered.
Do Black Lives Matter? Officers, do Black Lives Matter? Do Black Lives Matter? Are you upset that walls got justice?
No, I don't know where you're living at that you're all locked up at home.
No police.
No one else is locked up at home.
No racism. Police. No justice. No. Walls got justice.
You know, nobody's getting bashed.
Are you going back home?
Nobody's getting bashed.
Are you going back to base now? Go back to base. Go back to base. Go back to
Well, see, here's the difference is that you want to know why protests are being held at night? Because people work during the fucking day. Get real. Come on. I worked today. Look where I'm at.
But there were like tents everywhere.
You know, people are capable, believe it or not, even black people are capable of doing two things in their lives. You know, they can do more than one thing. Believe it or not. I know it's crazy.
So, I just want to ask you, we're still doing you love your wife? But you know what? There's a bunch of lesbians out here that love your wife.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. And I know I don't see a lot because the messages as they come through, they disappear on the phone like really quickly. So I don't get to see all of them.
We will continue to remind you.
Folks that are following and stuff, I really do appreciate that. Folks that are commenting, I do appreciate it. Even though, you know, I'm not able to see them all, so they're still walking. So so we're gonna come up here again. There they are on the corner. Because I'm here for documentation.
No justice.
One patrol car, 4.
Bear with. When you get up this hill, it's a gentle hill. Honestly, I made too much of a too much exercise the other day. I agree 100%. If you haven't done your census, please, God, fill it out. God, Goddess, non-God, non-Goddess. Fill out that census, man. Well, you know, Herman, not very many Trump supporters are on this channel or are on this stream. So, you know,
What do you say?
if you want your Trump supporters to vote often, I mean, you know, after all, the orange god did suggest it. Yes, I walked a few blocks. I've got a torn meniscus in my leg, in my knee. I also have fibromyalgia. I also have asthma. I also have other health issues. So yeah, it is a workout. But you know what? I'm out here. Where are you?
That's right.
Where are you? You're sitting your butt at home and not contributing to anything.
You're telling them to turn their lights off and you turning your lights off. That don't make no sense. God damn. I thought that they're gonna get somebody. They're setting up somebody.
Oh, it's Gargantua. It's Gargantua. He's like at least 17 feet tall. Okay, so you see how that's an SUV, right? That's a full-size SUV. You saw where his head was, right? He was like completely over it. It is Gargantua. Now, there's not enough protesters here to merit this kind of response. Honestly, I mean, this is not a good look. Well, you know, they had a small issue with their budget, and they've got money that they have to spend because they ain't gonna get it next time. Oh, now there's a brave guy. Look at that. I give him credit for that. He's wearing his shorts. I'm gonna give him credit for that. He is wearing his shorts. So we have Gargantua, Shorts guy. Now that was their LRAD. That was their LRAD. See what I was talking about earlier? Like a couple of days ago, right? Their LRAD is like really weak. I don't know why. But they could definitely spend some money and like get a better LRAD. You know, get some lessons from Portland or something, because they definitely need a better LRAD. There's just no getting around that. I mean, even Lady LRAD in Portland last night, you know, she had like the nice voice and the good diction and all of that stuff, but it carried like a proper LRAD should. But this one is like kind of whispery, and you have to like lean in real close to hear them. That's not an efficient use of anybody's time. This area is fine. There's nothing different about this area than what it was before. All of this stuff wasn't here before, okay? It was all here before. Business owners actually pay graffiti artists to come through and paint their buildings. It's a very lucrative business here in Seattle. Seattle loves its art, and it loves art of all different kinds. Yeah, there are quite a few. Yes, that's why I'm filming the floor right now. Yep. I am on the floor. Well, I mean, yeah. There's the sacred fence. I guess it's our sacred fence. They take a bunch of the concrete highway barricades, and they have it, well, obviously three high, and then about a 5 or 6 foot fence on top of that. It also has metal strapping, and if I remember correctly, it also has a rebar and bolts, because scary. Yes, that's right. Yes, when you're actually responding to a racist, you're, you know. Now the one that I am missing is a trippy guy, knee jerk guy. Where is he at? I do not know where he is. So now basically everybody's just going to have a chat. Now we have a couple of the shitbirds, but this is the blue neck shitbird. They're not quite as bad as the yellow neck shitbird. You know, they still have their.
Hey, go listen to what he has to say.
You got mace in your hand? There's nobody has all mace in his hand. Well, you can just have mace.
That's the guy that's sniffling.
Oh, right on. Okay. That's what it is. All right, Jennifer, you have a good evening. God damn it, what the hell? Oh, I see what's happening. Hold on. Bear with. My weight is off. My weight is off. There we go. That's better. That's what I'm saying. See what I mean? There's not a lot of people here tonight. There's not a lot of people here. This is, I mean, the ratio is like maybe, well, it was 1 to 1. I'm almost now. They got so parked so far back. They're all the way down the road now. It's almost 2 to 1. My goodness. Dying. Okay, sure. Okay. Well, like I said, you know, if you don't like it, you're not, you know, obliged or required to be here. I'm not tying you up. I'm not handcuffing you. I'm not restraining you in any way. You are welcome to leave at any point in time.
You all the big stick boys. Give it up for the little stick boys. They know it. It's okay. Officer Little Stick definitely looks like he fucked up a rock ticket. Oh my god. Tasty ass bitch. Big ass looking ass bitch. Sandwich ass boy, bitch. Yup, he's dead. Are you getting angry? Are you mad because you fucked like a rock ticket? Did you get that a lot, bro? Did you do that with the fat boy tonight?
Stop over to John.
That little dick with the little ass motherfucking stick.
John, we were doing coke with the fat boy. Did you get him into it?
Little naked sandwich boy.
You look like trouble. Oh, try it, fat boy. It's gonna fucking you up.
Oh my god, that's true.
What exactly are you? They give him the big baton, bro. They give him the big baton. Yeah, take this one. We'll give you this. Prove it. You know what?
guys.
Proving how useless
It's
you
my
are.
day.
That's what we're accomplishing, proving how useless you are.
Yeah, you guys are wasting our time.
How many? 1, 2, 3.
I don't
You're
think
gonna go over the goddamn
I don't get paid to stand
You
around.
should just go to the suburbs right now. Go home. You're not fucking wanted in this neighborhood. You're people of shit. We don't like
What are
you.
you staring at with your mouth open?
No, someone got a sandwich
Do you
over there?
even know how to close your
Yeah,
mouth?
bitch, I'm hungry. I got the munchies.
Is there months of that?
How long can you breathe?
Oh my God, it's so hungry.
You want something, guys?
Hey, turn around. Let's see how
Did you eat your lips too?
all cops are bastards. You should stop doing so much dope, son. Your child wouldn't hurt like that. You need to get off them drugs, buddy. It's the music that everyone's singing around the world right now. All cops are bastards. No illegitimate authority. You want MTV right now?
Oh, give me your fucking dog.
This isn't a race. You work
I
for
want
Jeff
your dog.
Bezos.
Yeah, treat it better than me.
You work for Jeff Bezos.
He did.
You're a whore.
I thought I worked for you. I thought you paid my taxes.
Engagement. This is good. Oh, this is good. Let's have some engagement here.
I'll make sure to send my raise to Jeff Bezos.
Actually, conversation we were fucking having. You didn't like that, right?
Yeah.
You should fucking kill yourself. Come out. Shove that fucking thing down your throat. You deserve it. You dumb asshole. Stupid bitch. I can't believe you're just fucking dumb but you can say something else, you dumb bitch. You ugly fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, there are no first responders here right now. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? There's like 12 protesters here. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars. And that's not the ones I can't even see. Lots of comments being deleted by mods who are actually doing what I asked them to do. See, I'm sorry guys, but we do have to abide by Twitch toss, okay? We gotta abide by Twitch toss. No violence, no spam. We're letting you go a little crazy. Yeah, fuck 12. See, remember how it goes? You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, and also do bear in mind, like she said, you know, that's, you know, you've got a baton there. They also have, you know, helmets. They have full body armor. They've got guns. They've got tasers. They've got other weapons. And these folks are not wearing body armor. They're not wearing body armor. They're not wearing helmets. I have. Well, I mean, it does kind of suck. I mean, I walk outside and I burn. You know, I mean, even in Seattle, I walk outside for 15 minutes and I get a sunburn. It's not cool. I wish I had more melanin, but, you know, I don't, so.
my voice.
Thank you, Mud Puppy Mama. We called them mud puppies in Mississippi. So we got all of this. All of this.
Hey, look, Officer Goldust, there's the car.
Why do you not stand by that creek? I understand crying. He was like crying.
Hold your fucking mic!
That's shit! You motherfucker, because your heart's so shiny. You fit right in with this damn job.
Which of you will show me your swastika? Which of you is the Nazi with the swastika that's keeping it hidden? Can I see it? Oh, can I see it? At least 2 of you are meeting your significant others. At least 2 of you.
No, actually, a mud puppy is a term for a salamander. Well, it's kind of a salamander. They're about yay big or so. They're like little water lizards. Anyway, they live in the mud in Mississippi and down south in the southern areas. And they're real cute, super, super sweet. And they smile. And they're just beautiful little creatures. Very, very, very sweet. All right, so now we are getting back in our cars. It's almost 12:30. And there they go. There they go. There they go. They're waving to bye-bye, bye-bye. We need the bye-bye song. We need the PDX bye-bye song. Oh God, we need the bye-bye song so bad. So we wave bye-bye. Tell them goodbye. Tell them see you later. Oh, now they have to stop for they have to stop for the light because going across the light would be illegal. Oh, that's a roll. Oh, see what he did? See, that's not cool. That's not cool. Cops shouldn't do that. Taking advantage of their position to disobey traffic laws. So, okay, so I guess now they're all turning around. What are they doing? I'm sorry, here, let me put you over here. No, are you kidding me? The neighbors are up. The neighbors support this! The neighbors yell and scream at them as much as the protesters do. So, okay, so now I guess they're turning around and parking. So, now we're coming back down here.
Take care of our bodies. They do not protect our bodies. If that was the case, sugar would have been a drug.
Oh, right on. Thank you.
Sugar said
I know, right? It's all about the inflammation.
rapid levels, then
I don't even bother fighting anything else. I fight the inflammation.
a sugar rush is real. That's not what ADD is, though. Sugar rush is a drug. Food. They control you with food. We don't eat real food anymore.
No, she has that
We
right.
don't.
We don't eat real food anymore, do we?
Experience food desert.
Can the anti-supporters at least agree that America does not consume real food anymore?
And then we need to do the insurance, and then we have to go to urgent care, and there's all these things that start stacking up. Why aren't we growing real food? Why aren't we allowed to raise food ourselves? It's illegal to raise food basically by yourself. White supremacy upholds privatization of land. They want to privatize.
Well, you know, that's the beauty of the First Amendment, though.
If they control
You know,
the land,
that's the beauty of the First Amendment.
and even white privilege knows that.
As long as you're petitioning your government for the redress of grievance in a peaceable assembly. Please note I said peaceable, not peaceful. Oh, here they go. Let's watch the brains explode. Peaceable is not the same as peaceful.
That's how far in advance white supremacy.
Here they go. Boom!
That's why they don't think
3,
we're
2, 1.
organized. They've been planning white supremacy for centuries. Okay? Ground lease means
Peaceable
if you build anything
allows
on that land, at
for
the end of the
conflict.
lease, if the landowner doesn't let you renew it,
Because the
it
founding
all
fathers had just gotten
reverts
done
back to the
spending
landowner.
several years
So if you're a bank, let's just say, like in California,
unpeacefully
there's a lot of, really nice,
protesting.
fortified buildings called banks. Do we know that banks have bulletproof everything and they have safes and all that? Do you know what they could also double as banks? They probably work really well as fortified.
And that's why
forts for
those
slave catchers.
those founding fathers opted not to use peaceful, because
You gotta know that. So when all these banks
in order to support the Second Amendment, you have to be able to give the citizens the right to utilize their Second Amendment and protection from tyranny.
I bet they get a good deal for it too.
Remember that? Remember that? What was the Jefferson quote? The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants. And that's why they didn't use the word peaceful in the constitutional First Amendment. They used peaceable.
They make us hate ourselves.
It allows for conflict.
They make you hate your own blood. They make you hate your heritage because you're embarrassed, because you're ashamed, because you're afraid.
Our speaker is still
That's how
speaking.
you win. Be proud. Be proud to have that made up blood. Be proud to be black. Be proud to be brown. Be proud. Be proud. Celebrate your culture. Celebrate it. Joy is a protest. Joy is a protest because they don't want us to be happy. They want to see us miserable and afraid. That's how they control us. It's so easy to control people who are miserable and afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody
We
is.
have each other. We have each other, and that
Nobody is forcing anybody to stay
and
here.
that makes them mad.
Nobody's
Why
being
does it make them
restrained.
mad? Because then we're ready to quit privilege.
I have not tied you up and forced
That's
you
why.
to watch this
Because
stream.
we have each other. With each other, we
You
can
can
build
even mute
our
it.
own community, and that's what this
You have
has
that
been.
choice.
We are building our own community. We're building people up who do not stay silent. We are building people up who think fascism is wrong. We are building people up who don't think that walls need justice. Here, they're very good at snitching on themselves. They come out in riot gear because by any means necessary, they are going to protect white supremacy. By any means necessary, they're going to protect their
Well,
assets.
you know what?
By any means necessary,
The redcoats didn't see patriots either.
gets out of line, and when I say get out of line, I mean they ask for human rights in a
redcoats,
way
when
that
they killed-
makes them feel uncomfortable. Because that's why they arrest protesters.
Christmas addicts.
Because they're uncomfortable.
They didn't see any patriots. No, them redcoats. No.
It's violent too.
What were we called? We were called mongrels, I
There are
believe.
protesters
By the
who
British.
get arrested by 20 to 30 cops.
They didn't
for
see
one person.
patriots.
There are protesters who get shot. There are protesters who get guns waved in their face. There are protesters who get targeted. There are protesters they like to arrest on the weekend, so they have to spend all weekend in jail. That's why they do trumped up charges.
Yeah, no, that is not how the Nazis got started. Good God. Please, stop just taking the word of these hate mongers. My God. Seriously.
Because it's brutal.
I want you to utilize the internet. Jesus, do you understand how big the internet is? It has facts all over the place. Get your head out of the echo chamber.
Search illegally.
Go and look.
Many have their possessions stolen from them.
If you see a statement like that, then go look it up and prove it.
If you ever wondered what you would do during the civil rights movement, you are doing it right now. And if you are embarrassed by that thought, forgive yourself and find a way to occupy a lane that baby steps. Okay? We're going to amplify and uplift each
seriously.
other. Baby steps. Occupy
You know,
something.
you have like one of these
Occupy everything.
Alex
So just
Jones or
occupy
Rush
something.
Limbaugh or
Don't occupy
Ben
nothing.
Shapiro or
Occupy something.
I don't know, all of the right-wing lunatics, because
You want to
I try to
really
avoid
end
them.
white supremacy.
But I hear their
Really,
statements
Really want peace,
and
including
I go and it's like, okay, here's a statement I want to investigate because it's interesting or whatever. And I go and I look it up and I see it. Only I see this little tidbit that they'll spit out, and I only see this statement on alt-right, right-wing style websites. I never see an actual source. I never see an origin story.
acting.
I never see an explanation.
It doesn't mean liking something on
But
Facebook.
then I look a little bit further. You
It
go to
doesn't
page
mean resharing
2 or
posts
3 on Google,
Instagram. These things are helpful, but
and
these are not actions.
you start finding
You
Like,
need to
the very, very tiny tidbit of
hit
truth.
the streets. You need
And then you
to,
find out
as an
that
example,
a bunch
here's
of
another example. You need
crap
to-
was built on top of it and kind of wrapped around it, and then
occupation is something you're
a
insisting
massive like leap
on, then actually
jump to a conclusion.
write something.
And then all of a sudden,
Post them.
boom,
Do research.
you've got a
Police
really
those
great
people who
manipulative
are found
statement
doxing people. We
that
need help all the time
continues
with that
to
stuff. People who are
incite,
spreading false
inflame,
information,
and increase
okay?
the listener's
We need help
hatred
with
of
that.
something.
Ask
Because that's what these guys are
the
doing.
groups
You know?
who have formed
These hate mongers,
and who have
man,
been hitting the streets
they don't
and
care
who
about
are
you.
actively
They certainly don't care about this
ask
country.
them what kind of help
Not even
they
remotely.
need. Not the kind of help you
They're
want
not
to give.
Americans. They're not
The kind of
patriots.
help they need.
They're sitting there and they're saying
Do
stuff
not impose your help because
that
then you are telling people
they know
what to
you're
do.
not going to bother to go look up
Okay? This is about you taking charge of
because you
your
trusted them
actions,
implicitly
not
because they told you to
micromanaging
trust them.
Somebody else's.
And so you'll see
Here's a simple one.
spouse abusers and
There's a lot of you who
deadbeat dads and
windows.
other such criminals that, if it's a person on the left, well, they're, need to be buried under the jail. But if it's a right-wing person, then it's okay.
I would love to see
It's fine. Oh, they were young. It was locker room talk.
hidden. I'd love to see
All these excuses.
who are annoyed with my voice. Show me. Show me how annoyed
Look
you are.
up what they say.
Show me how annoyed you
Look it up and then get off
are putting it out here.
of the right-wing sites and find the actual source. Find the origin. Find the tidbit and break it down and figure out how they decided to wrap it up and present it to you in a nice little package for you to swallow. Look up shit, man. Don't be an idiot. Don't be leashed and tied and dragged along and told what to think. Anybody that trusts the media implicitly is a fucking moron. I mean, seriously. You know, I mean, I don't mean to like say it so like blah, but I mean, come on. This is not the days of Walter Cronkite anymore. You can't trust your media. I don't want you to trust me either, you know? I want you to look at what I'm showing you and make up your mind. If you decide to listen to me or hear what I'm saying, you know, you can do that. You don't have to. Hold on. Minneapolis had a rough time. Not gonna lie. Minneapolis had a rough time. And you know, you can also run around with a let's see, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I got a great example for you. What's the statistic? Hold on. So when the right wing guys always say, let me think, give me a second. 70% of black children are raised alone or in a single mother's home, and that's why there's so much crime. So this is my example. Y'all don't believe me, so I want y'all to go with me. Look it up, okay? So I kept hearing that over and over and over again, and I went and looked it up. So back in 2011, and you can look it up. It's on the Googles. Back in 2011, a group did a survey of 167 women with children, women of color with children. 167, guys. How many people do we have in this country? So 167. And what they found out was that 70% of the women had a child and they weren't married. They weren't married. That's where the 70% of children being raised by single parents comes from. The fact of the matter is, and you can find on the government website and in censuses and things like that, that black fathers are actually more involved with their children and their children's lives than their white counterparts. That 70% is a lie. That 70% is a lie. They looked at 167 women with children and found that 70% weren't married. People, you don't have to be married to have a child, to be in a loving relationship, to live together and raise your child together and so forth and so on. That 70% tidbit is a lie. You guys were lied to. And the proof is out there on the street. It is right out here. And all you have to do is go and look it up. $167. And remember, this was done back in 2011, so of course, you know. Basically, the report was done about the declining rates of marriage and things like that. It wasn't about, you know, children being raised in a single-parent household. They're, you know, more likely to go to jail. That wasn't what the study was being done for. So that's what I'm talking about. If you hear something spouted over and over and over and over and over again, go look it up. Go find the origin of the story. Go find the source of the tale. All right, let's see here. She's gonna keep on going, I believe. And that's cool. It looks like that it has quieted down now. I'm just checking the car real fast to make sure I don't have flat tires. Ah, goodness. Wait a minute, hold on. Define reparations. Now, I think it's going to be a long time. You know, we talk about this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. This isn't something that's going to go on for a few months. This is something that needs to go on for a few years. This is something that has to be changed from the inside out. And you don't just tear something down and leave it, you know? You don't tear things down and just walk away. You got to have something ready to put in its place. Because yes, serial killers are a thing. And we kind of need somebody that will handle that. But it can be done within a different group with a different method. And things that are happening here can be done with
when it's negative
a different method.
or perceived to be negative by the recipient usually means you didn't collaborate with anybody. It usually means you trampled on somebody else's happiness or rights. That's what negative, perceived negative feedback usually need.
Oh, perceived negative feedback.
Perceived negative feedback, like all cops are bastards, and the response is riot here.
They're kind of okay. There's one shitbird. I guess he's parking his bike or something. I don't know. Oh wait. Then we're gonna have some shitbirds out here in a little bit. Shitbirds. Shitbirds. Shitbirds.
That is why all cops are bastards. They have had 120 plus days to realize that they are slave catchers, and they still have not realized it.
And they've yet to come to the table, but that's because they have a bigoted racist that's the president of the guild.
And our cops identify
And he's running
don't know that
this year.
against themselves.
SPD, if you're listening to me,
We are still
do not let Mike Sullen
still
drag you guys into the complete pavement, you know?
you still don't want,
There might be a few of you
and you so much
that
change.
can be salvaged.
Killing people for it.
I don't hold out a lot of hope, don't get me wrong.
Murdering them.
But
You
that
are
guy,
murdering people
he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you bad.
That is wrong.
You have a federal
And
judge
that's why we are an occupied
overseeing
nation
you.
of the KKK. They have
And that dude
infiltrated
is going
everything.
to bring you down.
They work together.
He is a dangerous person. He has political aspirations. That is so obvious. Mike Sullen has some major political aspirations.
Have already been doing it.
You know, I'll just watch.
They
Watch and see.
infiltrated education reform first, which is why they took away food from our
He's gonna
children. They took away
continue
playtime
his
from our children.
crush the protester
They
thing.
punished teachers.
And the next thing you know, he's going to be running for mayor of Seattle on his I crushed the protesters. He's going to think the conservatives are going to rally up behind him.
They even didn't let them have the
Of course, these are still the conservatives that
education first.
the people laugh at, but you know.
Educated. People were affording college they never meant to.
And by the way, if you're
People
thinking
were
that this is
affording
something that
college
is
they never meant to.
different or unusual in Capitol Hill,
Racism looks ugly on you, sir.
it's not. It's
You'd
not.
probably be like automatically 2 points cuter if you quit your
Shit
job
like this
right
has been
now.
going on since the Roman days. That is why in 1939,
It is
SCOTUS
not
declared
okay
that streets,
to be part of a
sidewalks,
system that
and
is
public
violent.
spaces
It is
are
wrong.
traditional public forums.
It's not okay.
Oh, that's a big truck.
You are
Oh,
committing
garbage truck.
genocide
Okay.
and gentrification.
1939. Go look it up.
If you are
SCOTUS.
religious, and if you're religious
Oh dear.
to Christianity,
Is that a riot van, y'all? Or is that a rent-a-van?
you're sinning. If you're religious
That's a riot van.
to Christianity,
I see the back, the interior.
You're sinning. So I don't want to see no crosses.
So yeah,
on
1939.
'cause that
Traditional
was not
public
happening.
forums.
Do you know that includes everybody? I know you want to whitewash Jesus, but that person was from the Middle East. Do not tell me he was white. Do not tell me the person from the Middle East was white. Don't. It's not going to work. It is wrong to be part of a violent system. Stop being complicit. stop throwing your tantrums when I get out here to protest, too.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not, I mean,
SPD should reach out to her to find out where she got her equipment from, because if they had LRAD like this, holy shit, oh my god, guys, folks, people, everybody, people, could you imagine if Seattle had an LRAD like this?
I don't need a babysitter. Please stop babysitting me.
I know, it's insanely loud. It's insanely loud.
First Amendment right. Please stop harassing the folks who live in Powell Anderson Park because y'all don't want to fund shelters. Because y'all don't want to protect the unsheltered.
Oh, trust me, the cops want to be as annoying as humanly possible.
Instead of these absurd
If they found out that you could put sandburrs in their uniform to be extra irritating to protesters, they'd be buying sandburrs in the buckets
Is something amusing?
and rolling around in them.
Is it amusing to watch people ask for human rights? Is it funny to you?
It's actually very small.
Because when you come out here
It is very, very
and
small.
you take your pictures and you stand on your balconies and wave, that's what it makes it feel like to us, that you think that this is some sort of exhibit. And we'd like to let you know that it's not. This is serious. This is serious business. We want human rights and human needs. We'd like for people to stop snitching. Stop walking by and snitching. Stop walking by through the park and acting like we don't know that you're recording us. Stop walking through the park in plain clothes and walking by down Pine in plain clothes, acting like we don't know you're a snitch. You're a snitch. What happened to snitches get stitches?
Oh yeah, I can see her.
I'm
She's
just
right there.
curious.
She's right there. I'm about maybe a half a block away. Yeah,
We do
she's
not
right
need
there.
any more
She's good.
complicit folk.
She's good.
We need people to step up. Stop being silent. We need you to stop participating in the violent systems that continue to marginalize and oppress us. If CHOP was a venue, or not a venue and it was a place in our hearts, then I just want SPD to know, oh, I see you down Nagel down there. Oh, hi.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go
I
look.
want those slave catchers to know
Let's go look.
I don't need other people to annoy you, but I welcome it. I love seeing my family out here. You will not intimidate me.
Are they being
I will not live in fear.
sneaky down there?
We will continue to be
No,
out here.
them over there, the cops.
We don't need more snitches. We don't need more snitches. We don't need more complicit folks walking through the park, acting like they're not holding on their phones, taking pictures of protesters' faces, acting like, well, first of all, if we're showing our face, we know we're showing our face. We know you're doing it to be annoying and rude. Because I know that if somebody shoved a phone in your face and took a picture of you, you would not be okay with it. Just like if you walk up into our space asking for 6 feet, you walk into my space, you walk into my space. And for those of you
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you? Hello.
How you doing today, Mama?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you? My name is Kelly.
Marcel.
Marcel, hey. How
What are you
are
doing?
Yes, I'm doing a live stream.
What's hi?
Yeah.
Hi, but I'm Marcel. Hi, Mom. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Have you had a good day today? No.
Trying to get home to Olympia.
Oh, goodness.
But I'm the money for bus fare right now.
Oh, my. Olympia is a bit.
Huh?
Oh, hold on. I gotta get this. I gotta get this. Look at this. It's a soup can. Oh, honey, you dropped something. Marcel.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't want to lose stuff.
I need money for bus fare right now.
I wish I had some.
Keep your card? You know what? Keep your card on you?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Where's your card at?
My card?
Yeah.
It's at home, man. I leave all my stuff at home.
Yeah, good night.
You too, hon. You have a good one. Be careful. Safe trip. So, we're going to come over here because they said there's a cop down here. So I'm going to go down here and look. Bear with. Let's see. Oh, there is a car down there. There's a car. I mean, they're pretty far down. They're like way down there. They are way, way down. Yeah. Okay, can you see him? Can you see him right there? Yeah, so they got one sitting there. Just sitting there hanging out, doing his thing. I guess I'm going to assume his thing. I don't know what his thing is. Oh, goodness. Come over here. And this is the, yeah, that's it. Ooh, somebody left a very pretty hat here. Look at that. All right. Looks like we have gone quiet. Well, you know, like I said, I'm out here. Where are you? Our speaker's message went out to more people than just this neighborhood tonight. And I don't see you up and trying to do anything. I don't see you up trying to fix anything. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, look. Look. No, not really. I'm generally pretty cool with folks. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. People can come up and talk with me if they want. It looks like everybody's settling down. Peace has returned. For the most part. Let's check. Whew. My knee is gonna make me pay for this tomorrow. I thought I was doing pretty good. I took a couple of days off because I mean I literally could not walk. Not without actual pain medication. I don't take a lot of pain medication, but I actually was taking it the past couple of days. And then today has been the first day that I've been out and around on my own power. Although my physical therapist is probably going to kick my ass. For overdoing. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. I don't like walking on the sidewalk. I'm going to admit I do not like walking on the sidewalk. Because if you notice, the trees are like really, they were planted like too close. And so it's like it's very hazardous. Oh, battery time. Battery time. Bear with a minute. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. Had to plug my my cord in. Man, this is good. This is good. You yelled and screamed and kicked your little feet and threw temper tantrums in my chat. But you stayed and listened. Think into your brain.
They were cosplay cops the other night, so it was.
Was it?
Oh yeah, they were great. It was so great. They don't like me because I keep holding them accountable for their bullshit.
But they want to keep it that way because they don't want us to hear the dispersal order because then they gave it because then they can bull rush us.
True.
Literally
True.
I mean, but on Labor Day they didn't even give that order.
No, they didn't.
They literally just gave
dispersal order.
Rush, yeah.
They're like disperse because we're running you over on our bikes and doubles. And we don't know how to ride them. Oh, and when there's hundreds of us, we don't let our cops have guns because they don't know how to.
Yeah, they can't.
Because they don't lose them. Do you know how many bike cops fell Labor Day? I don't know if you were there, but Labor Day, they were all falling. Oh my God!
With the cone? Mayday 2016 here in Seattle. They at Westlake they specifically quarantined. Well, it was more than that. They specifically quarantined us. Marched us 2 miles down the way. They tried that. Sunday and Monday early on after it was around like June, and I'm like, no, I'm not leaving because I've been there attacked us. They were brutalizing us with bikes. They were doing all kinds of shit to us, tear gas and mason, and the press was no Mayday 2016, and people just turned by. I had to correct and educate a number of people, and it was funny because I had started a new job literally the next day, May 2, and they were like, or some people were on my way to work in the morning, like, I saw you on it. I'm like, yeah. I just want people to know that these are regular citizens saying, like, you supposedly are about freedom and you like the Revolutionary War stuff. Boston Tea Party. I don't want to talk about that, which was millions of pounds worth. It was a war that went on. We want things to be peaceful.
No.
Then we tried to be peaceful. Y'all was fucking peaceful. We tried to be peaceful. Y'all don't want fucking peaceful.
No.
I'm an anarchist, so I'm neutral.
The revolution was not peaceful. And that's why peaceful is not in the First Amendment.
We tried to be
peaceable. Not peaceful.
That shit ain't happen.
That's I try to educate them. Peaceable allows for conflict.
We all got shot
Right,
up.
it allows for property damage. The Constitution actually allows for property damage.
That's why they got insurance.
Because the Constitution didn't want corporate dictatorship.
Exactly.
The Constitution was to prevent corporate dictatorship, but they pulled the wool over people's eyes, they privatized shit, and then they fucking kicked shit back, and then they made it part of the government again.
The East
so
India
the
Trading
government
Company
didn't have to pay for the infrastructure, and they got to order exactly what they wanted,
They
like at
just
McDonald's.
abuse private. That's just what it does, because the government actually doesn't build shit. That's what people. Who will build the roads? Anarchists and otherwise. We all talk about this. Who will build the roads?
The slaves.
Yeah.
The
We
slaves.
as people build shit.
Exactly.
We build it anyway.
We're hired.
Who died building the railroads?
And the streets here, just last week when we had all of the smoke and stuff, and they had the city workers out in that shit, working in it, not a mask, no N95s, nothing. The city didn't even care enough to take care of their own street workers to work during all of that smoke and stuff. And I was really shocked at that.
But the police had them.
That's what they do.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, that's just what they do. You know, they don't give a fuck. And people were like, oh, with the mask and shit. I've been saying a lot of this stuff for months. And almost 98% of the stuff that came out, including the whack-ass CDC with their numbers. Why? Because I'm not a virologist. I'm not an expert. I just study virus and stuff. I have to keep myself safe. I don't have money for health, So
right.
Here's the thing. Compromised immune systems. The old and the young. Those were the ones I said. Well, the young we didn't find as far as the babies, but the old and compromised immune systems. What were the actual deaths by actual COVID? No one knows. No one knows. Of course they don't know because it wasn't what you were saying it was. And I kept telling people, I said, there's no evidence, there's no data. It's a relatively new virus, or even if
it is a new thing.
And it will continuously evolve. You're like, oh, Florida. I'm from South Florida. Oh, Florida and Texas had outbreaks. Okay. First of all, if you were actually going to be about health and to do it, you would have shut things down for 2 months to a month back in January. I started hearing about stuff back in November and December.
Oh, yeah. It started, so actually they found out of coronavirus back in Obama.
Well, this is a different strain.
Well, see, it's a different strain. That's the thing, is that there's tons of coronaviruses.
Yeah.
There's tons of them.
That's what I've been...
I don't think it's... No, it's not over.
No, I'm not saying it's over. I'm saying, like, it's...
If we were going to catch things, here's what people don't understand. If we were going to catch things, if anybody knows anything about a virus, they don't have DNA. They are living but not living. They are just strains of RNA.
Right.
So they need a host. If you were going to catch it, that would have happened 5, 6, 7 months ago. Not now. Not now. This is a power play and control. I'm not telling people don't be healthy, but you should already be healthy. You should have already been doing this shit for
if we had universal health care, we would be healthy.
People are saying universal health care. I'm shooting that down. I'll tell you why. Because I don't trust them to do any damn thing right.
I gotta trust my doctors. I gotta trust my doctors.
No, not the doctors. Because the doctors in different ones are like,
the corporate businesses. Okay.
The government.
I gotcha.
It's not the doctors. The doctors are like,
hey, my job.
This shit ain't gonna work either.
Said they'll give us a $10 gift card if we get a flu shot.
A gift card? What? Wait a minute. They're paying people to get flu shots?
Out of here. First of all, that's not you can't even. That sounds like bribery, bro. You can't. do
They
that.
said, I will not force it on you, but if
The
you
last
do it,
time
I'll
I
give
got
you
a flu
$10
shot was like, oh my God. I was
I
like,
get sick every single time.
every time I got, yeah, and I got sick as a dog. It was the first flu I actually had.
People say there's no correlation between the flu shot and getting
This is the
sick,
shit I'm
but
talking about. No, I ain't getting no damn flu shot, bro.
well, you're
And $10 ain't
exposing
shit.
the virus
$10
into
ain't
your
shit.
system. Of course, you expect your like white cells and red cells to like
To react to it, yeah, and start producing antibodies like it's supposed to. But in some cases, it just doesn't. Or you know, you're going to get the flu shot, but the person that has the flu is right next to you. They're also getting the flu shot. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so very much. You were just magnificent. You were fabulous. You were just amazing. And I really hope to hear your voice more often.
So violent.
Have a good one. Thank you. Yes, definitely want to hear your voice. Much more, much more. It's a good, I know. It's a great voice. It's a wonderful message. Bring the message. So yay, good deal. Good job. Good job indeed. And she was very happy, and I think really surprised that her message wasn't just contained to the few blocks here of Capitol Hill. I think she did quite well. And she wasn't going off of notes or anything like that, y'all. That was like straight ad lib, you know what I mean? That was not a rehearse. Hey, what's up? Good.
Oh no, of course. Nice
Good.
to meet you.
You
Sorry about
too.
a while ago. My name's Dan.
I know, yeah, hi, yeah.
I know.
You're good, you're
I
good,
know,
you're
you
good.
are too.
I forgive and forget. That's all.
I know.
Did you come out to hear the message, or did you get here afterwards?
We were driving to go get some dicks to ring while they were talking, and then there's a long line.
Oh man!
Everything.
You should have been able to hear her. The sound system was absolutely amazing.
I could hear it.
Yeah, we were all the way down, and
I thought there was a big group, and I was like, oh, she's here? Oh, okay.
no, there was like 12 people.
I know, it's awesome though.
It was like a dozen people, and they had like 40 cops out here. It was ridiculous. You too. I know, right?
That's fucking weird out here.
That was Dan. So yeah, I mean, I think she enjoyed that that ad lib went out to more than just here. And it looks like SPD has put on their little onesies and brushed their teeth and washed their hands and got their little pat on the head and tucked into their little racks for their little night. So I think they're good for the night, and with luck we won't have any more upset on their parts. Poor little things. I feel bad for them sometimes. No, I don't. See, I think that's what a lot of people miss out on. I'm older. My daddy was a cop, and one of the things that he taught me was that cops should be held to a higher standard. because their mistakes and they're getting upset and losing control. You can end up with somebody dead. And so they have to be better people than us, you know? And we should be allowed, as the tax-paying citizens that give them money to do their job, we not only have the right, but we have a duty to hold them to that higher standard. I know, it's a crazy concept, right? And unfortunately, they never ever really exceeded or succeeded at that goal. Sometimes one or two will do, you know. Sometimes one will succeed, you know, and live up to that higher standard. Absolutely. I'm not going to deny those. At the same time, though, those that are being held to that higher standard are closing their eyes to the ones that are failing the standard. And if the good guys won't police themselves or police the others that are, whoops, not being good guys, then they have to go. They gotta go. Bear with me a minute. I'm trying to pull my phone out of here without it like snapping. Oh, goodness. I love this gimbal, but it is unforgiving in the thing. It's got, well, I mean, it's got a tight grip, so it's not like my phone's going to go flying anywhere, so I guess that's good, right? Okay. And let me swap this. Bear with a minute. Where's it at? Hold on. Oh shoot, I forgot my water bottle. Damn, man, I could have gotten maced and would not have had water to wash my fevered eyes. Bear with. Hold on. I have to put my cover back on. There we go. And then get my power thingy in. All right. There. Whew. I cannot see anything y'all are chatting. Ah, shit, my glasses are all foggy. God. My glasses are foggy as hell. Ah, shit. Man. Alright, where's the... Hold on, bear with. I'm looking for a thing. There we go. Okay. Where am I at? Hold on. Let me look at the chat. Hold on. Boy, I hope this stupid thing is flipped around. Did it flip around? you know, here's the thing that we need a small contingent of people. we do need a small contingent of people, law enforcers of a type, but not built or not utilized within the current foundation. Because if you're looking at the current foundation is one of rot. All right, because you've got your good people. Remember, we're talking about our good people, and our good people who are just letting cops get away with murder, letting the bad cops, the corrupt cops, do things, and the good guys are turning their heads and all that stuff. That's the foundation that they're looking at. That's the foundation they're living in and working with. And so that is an unacceptable that is an unacceptable method there to operate under. So what you need to have, and like, for example, in fact, there's a story, and y'all can go look it up. There is a story right now of a female ATF agent who filed a report against a fellow ATF agent. She won her case, and like after everything was settled and done, and she started up at a new office, or I think actually that person was still there. He sent out an email to hundreds of people within the ATF offices. Once again, harassing this officer. So it's like the officer for doing something wrong, for doing something, that in any other business that person would have been fired, and depending on how bad it was, charged with a crime. But he kept his job. He kept his job, and he kept his livelihood and everything else. And he kept it, and he can just keep on doing what he's doing. That's like, what the fuck, So the good cops, and this is the system they're in. The good cops, the very few and far between, that actually, grab their balls and stand up, they get harassed, they get shoved out, they no longer are in a position of trust, so they are deemed as untrustworthy. They're treated badly. Not to mention, things start happening. They can't even trust their quote brothers. And eventually those good people who actually stood up to the system get pushed out of that system. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about, abolish, because that's not the kind of system, there's no system of accountability, people. I mean, come on. If I do something wrong, I'm accountable to the law, right? Can we agree on that? If I break a law, I am accountable and responsible for that action. But if a cop breaks the law, well, so what? Qualified immunity. They get away with it. They get away with stuff. They keep their job. They keep their pensions. You know, and how many murderers have retired on our dime? How many murderers are we paying for their health care and their retirement check and their boats and RVs and their fun times? How many of those are we paying for? Would you agree that if a person does something, you know, morally, ethically, legally wrong, that they should be accountable? And if you don't agree with that, you're in the wrong chat. You're on the wrong stream. Because everyone should be accountable. Yes, everyone. Isn't that how the world's supposed to work? Or are we content to just let it happen? There's nothing we can do. You know? We're just the little guys. We're just the little peons. There's nothing we can do. No. The little people can change the world. I'm trying to remember who it was that said that. Was it it was an author. It was a lady. It is from, she said it during the 1900s, the century. I can't remember exactly what year it was. It's something around the lines of the one voice is lost in the wilderness, but many voices, you know, and it's heard, so forth. Anyway, one voice versus many voices. Can't something be improved? Do you not want something to change because it doesn't technically affect you? Well, that's pretty damn selfish. Or, let's say you got a friend, you know, a really super good friend, and they've had an injustice committed against them. And, you know, if you're like, well, I haven't had that injustice happen to me, but, you know, you're my friend, so darn Skippy, the system should change, right? Or are you like, oh man, you're my friend, but fuck you. The system is fine just the way it is because I am not personally affected by it. No? Yes? No? Oops. They used to have a sign here, use your brakes. So, you know, there's that. So it's okay. It's okay that things can change. It's okay that systems, even systems that are hundreds of years old, can change. It's okay for things to be flexible, and it's okay to adjust and adapt and overcome obstacles within the system as they come up. It's okay. We're not gonna, it's not gonna, you know, the world isn't gonna come to an end if we change something that's been around for a while. It's okay. It's okay if we institute something new and better and designed to treat everyone equally. Because not only will it treat you equally, it will guarantee that your best friend there is treated equally. And it will guarantee that, you know, people you never meet will be treated equally. There's nothing wrong with, you know, stepping outside of yourself and having a little bit of empathy for the life that someone else has to live. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly cool. It doesn't hurt you one single bit. I promise. I promise. Having a little bit of empathy for someone else, or just thinking about, or just imagining how their life is, and imagining how you would react if you were living their life, it won't hurt you. I promise. It might make you feel a little uncomfortable, you know, to imagine if you walked into a store and people would cut their eyes at you, or a shop clerk would follow you around. You know, imagine how you would feel. You could do that. And yeah, it might make you feel uncomfortable. It might make you think the next time you see that happening, and I know you will, and you might say something. You know, hey, why are you doing that? Call them out. Say something. Put yourself in the shoes of a people who were dragged here against their will, forced to work and produce labor for other people, who were given no choice whatsoever, who were fought over, who were, quote, freed, and then the same geographical location that they were freed in created a bunch of laws to ensure that they were just as subjugated as if they were still in the iron chains, except now they were in legal chains, legal shackles, and legal oppression, rather than, you know, those chains. So, you know, I mean, that's and you know, and then that continued for, you know, 100 plus years. So generations of your family live like that. And then people started, you know, changing. Women started marching and got the vote. Black people and people of color were still oppressed and still chained. But they finally started marching. And then, you know, 420 years later, or, you know, here we are, and all of that work that was done in the 50s and 60s, and we're still here. We're still, you know, trying to apply civil rights. I mean, don't y'all think it's long enough? But white people really like that privilege. They really like that. Just that subtle nod, you know? I've been like way too fucking reflective here. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I need to stop that stuff. And I'm almost home anyway. So, I would like you to ponder things. Try out a little empathy. Hell, if you need to have a beer, and try out a little empathy. Just do it a little sit-down exercise. You don't have to take a long time. A little sit-down exercise. Try that little empathy thing. Think about, put yourself in someone else's shoes and think about their experience, and then think about how you would feel if it was your experience. Give that a try. Ponder that out. That's your homework. And I do not know when I will stream again. It really just depends on how upset. A really great rest of the night. Okay?